So I finally decided to take the plunge. After 20 years of road riding, I've realized transferring that to track, I'm just not that good. So I need some training. And I've reached out to someone who's done all of the elite levels of superbike racing. Just some of his accolades are current New Zealand superbike champion, top contender for ASBK, a couple of years in MotoGP, Moto2. This year he'll be racing Suzuka 8 hours, plus many, many more. Anthony West. So, Ant, you probably hear this all the time, but I've come from 20 years of riding my bike on road, 1000cc superbike, and then trying to transfer that straight to track. And I've realized after sort of 15 or 20 track days that I just need to go back to basics, because that bike on track is way too powerful for me. Do you see that quite a bit?
Yeah, quite often. There's a lot of guys that go out and they think they need the biggest super bike, and they just haven't learned to ride a bike properly. And it's funny, I try and get people to come out to my little track here, and it's on little R15, 150s and R3s, 300cc. So, and they're like, what am I going to learn on a little bike like that? But it really brings you back to basics and doing everything in the correct way at a slower speed. Because every time you get someone to go to a racetrack and they're going for a turn at 200 k's an hour, they're not listening to anything I tell them. So. And
it scares the shit out of me. I've had some moments on my bike where I just go, what am I doing? I need to go right back to the basics. So it's going to be humbling, like being a 44-year-old, 6'3", getting back onto a small little bike. But thankfully I've got someone awesome to coach me today, and let's see how we go. So let's get out on track, let's get geared up and learn from one of the best. So I squeezed myself into my leathers and made my way outside, because Ant has built this purposely built track for coaching, and it is just awesome. You don't get a full perspective until you're actually out here in the wide open air, but this track is going to be testing.
This direction around the track.
That direction?
Yep.
Not that direction? Yep. So that direction? Yep. Okay.
Okay, so to say I'm nervous would be an understatement, having someone so good actually tell me how I really ride. So this will be humbling.
You see the brake pressure sensor there.
Brake pressure sensor.
And that's the front suspension sensor.
Yeah.
And the GPS also records like lean angle and stuff.
Yeah, okay. So throttle position, lean angle, brake pressure, and fork sensor. What's the name for one of those fork sensors again? There's something odometer or something?
Potentiometer.
Potentiometer. Yeah. What a bloody long word that is. Fuck. How good's that? You can just run straight off into the grass. No dramas. Oh, there we go. My hips are already tightened up. Okay, take this a bit deeper. Body position. Shit, this is tight. This is a tight little track. What a great freaking track. This bike is so small. Oh, far out. That is like 90 degrees. This is such a small bike that I don't know where to get my body on it. Okay. Oh, I'm puffing already. It's been 5 minutes. There we go. First mishap. Oh, that right-hander is a killer.
Tight, narrow, and just exaggerates all your little mistakes. So that's why it seems silly sometimes to be on a small track like this, but
no,
just
exaggerates, totally
exaggerates all your little problems. So, and a slow speed. So you do crash, it's not a big one. Most people do run off into the grass here on that hairpin. So
that hairpin, yeah.
That catches everybody out.
It's 90 degrees. Well, sorry, it's 180 degrees.
Yeah.
This bike is just so small. I didn't know to sit forward or sit back.
Yeah.
When I was sitting forward, I was so crunched up I couldn't turn. When I was sitting back, I was like, maybe that's not right. That was awesome.
So I just asked him, how'd you get to be New Zealand champion?
Yeah, well, the idea came up of going to New Zealand for testing, to race, to make the bike and the team prepared for the Australian Superbike Series.
Fair enough.
So they came up with this idea of sending a bike over to New Zealand and doing the full championship over there. So we sent 2 bikes and a van and a trailer and my teammate with the 600. So I did Superbike Series and my teammate did 600 class, and ended up winning championship. So first time in New Zealand, first time seeing all these racetracks. And
does he not know this is my country, New Zealand? And you got to ride at Hampton Downs as well.
Yeah.
Like one of the arguably most scenically beautiful tracks in the world.
Yeah.
Pretty cool?
Yeah, very cool. Very nice, yeah. A lot of the tracks are mostly small. The Hampton Downs is a proper full-size big track, and it's nice. One turn's a bit scary. It comes through it's blind and there's walls either side, but you're like pretty much flat out in 5th gear on a superbike. And yeah, like when you get it right, you sort of just slide around, but it's scary because there's a concrete wall that follows around. But it is an awesome track.
I could do that on this.
Yeah, full stick on 300.
Why not? So next up, we ran through all the data from those first 5 laps, and that was pretty eye-opening just how much I was off the throttle and not on the brake when I should have been. So there's massive gaps in time where I was doing nothing. And then Ant actually took me through in great detail the importance of trail braking and what the effect of that is on the tyre. So that was pretty enlightening. So that's something else I can start applying to my riding.
So this is good. So I'm finally going to learn how to actually use the rear brake.
For someone who's never used rear brake on track, this was a bit of a bonus for me. So I got to try and test myself and see how close I could push these cones together. Then onto front brake, and I made some huge changes. So holding the bike with the knees, looser on the arms, and using a 2-finger instead of a 4-finger grip made massive amounts of difference.
Oh, no. You come down there faster
though. Way better. That is light years better. Like you've got the power straight away when you want it.
Yeah.
And then
you still in control. So you still hold on the handlebars, so you still got control.
So much different.
Well, I'm less than an hour in, and I've got to be honest, I've learnt more in the last hour about how I should be riding and doing the basics than I have in the last 5 years. So, awesome stuff. So next up, the Green Power Ranger suit came out, and Ant ran me through the importance of consistent trail braking and throttle control, and then decided to show me just how it was done. Pretty impressive. I definitely think you've got potential if you applied yourself.
Yeah.
But whether or not you can beat me around the track is another story.
Yeah, you always want to be set up. It's the same with your body position, which we'll do later in a minute. But it's like body position's got to be set up. And you're braking, you're shifting and everything before you get to the turn. So you can get into that turn like smooth motion. And the bike can be settled and it won't do anything strange. And the bike and the tyres will be squashed into the track.
Cool.
So try and go down there and brake, then do your gears before you get to that sort of first apex where you start to tip in.
Yep.
From straight braking. So you should have your gears and everything done just before you start to lean the bike over.
Okay.
So brake first, gears, and then tip it in, trail brake in.
Okay.
So Westy, thank you so much.
No worries.
That was amazing. Well, we'll be back and I'll put all the details in the description. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, like, subscribe, you know the drill.